So in, into P, and that's all.
Okay. Okay. Are you still scheduled for your flight?
Yeah, on July 19th.
Okay, cool. So there's a difference. If I'm here, look at my scapula. You see how little movement there is here, right? When I'm here, look. You see la scapula?
No.
Right? If I'm here, everything here doesn't work. It's tired, it's cansado. If I'm here, it's scapula. Right? So let's say if you go here, push me that way. Go. Very strong, right? At the same time, if you push me that way, I can throw something, I can throw something, if you push me that way, it's still loose. So if I'm here, does it look like I'm straining? Le pongo mucha fuerza para quedarme ahí. No, it's relaxation, right? It's relaxed and it's very strong. Same thing with this side. If you push me that way, it's the whole thing. Very frustrating when you know I'm balanced the whole time, right? When I'm off balance, you can, oh, there's a mistake. I can capitalize. I can exploit the mistake. When I'm on balance, you have to worry. So you have to think this is going to help you keep your balance. It's going to allow you to use your lats and your scapula whenever you're blocking. However, this doesn't get tired. No se cansa. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go back to it. This is why we have to keep our posture in our upper body. You go here, and this can be the same thing. Julio Cesar Chavez, you know who he is? Best Mexican boxer ever. He didn't fight like this. He was more like this. Put his back straight. He wasn't here. He would go up. That's how he throw him. So he wouldn't go here. He wouldn't have been that successful here. He would stay here. You see what I mean? So you can keep yourself here. Hands are closed. You're blocked. See where my hands are? You're there to do your work. Right? And I can still keep that there, right? But I don't necessarily have to round and go here. So you can still keep your guard closed. Right here as you're moving. You catch and turn your wrist like that. Boom. And don't bring it just slightly here. And I want you to try and get it back. You feel the difference? Huh? It hurts. It hurts like a mother. It hurts really bad to me. So like if you hit me like that, go. It hurts, right? If you try going at me like that, it doesn't require much. You see that bone right there? You're hitting straight at the bone right there. And if you're hitting at a bone that's not favorable for you. So at that point I throw, better. But don't bring it out, because then if I go here, you could catch a jab inside. Just keep it right here. There you go. Better. Now when you block that, you got a left hook. That comes right there. And your parries come here, what they call a parry. When you block and then throw back, the parry comes much faster than what it normally would. So you're looking at your counters, go with it. Here you go here, boom, slow it down, boom. Right here, okay, so we're going to that. Too fast. Watch me, give it to me. That's when I go here, go, you go to me. So I'm going to
Left or right?
left. Boom. You see where I'm at? Use it. So as soon as you throw, I throw back. And rotate. You kind of go like this. This is what you do. You go here. You rush it. Don't rush it, bro. You have to find the rhythm. So if I go here, so I'm going to throw you, rotate. Now go. Yes, sir. Now go. Bop. Now you have power. Now they're not muscling it. They're not using muscle. Rubber bands. Rubber bands here. And just. You see what I mean? You're using the rubber bands now. So you go here. Bingo. So we hit. Good. Other way. See the difference? And now you're integrating the stance. You see how it all works together? So now you're
I have to train because rimettere il foot.
Yeah, but it looks better. Do you see the difference?
Massi, tu hai visto la differenza? Sì.
Might not be a little faster. Faster, more powerful, more potent. We'll keep working on it.
Every evening I look again every train of the day and I will see.
Yes.
But I feel ready now.
And you feel nothing here.
No, I can't proprio.
Feels loose.
Poi so, I trained this morning, yesterday evening.
But you still feel okay right now. Yeah. So at that point you can still keep training and see benefit. You can still get some kind of benefit. But otherwise, again, you're going to keep using inefficient muscle. We want efficient muscle to be used. You see what I mean? And we'll keep working on it.
I like this connection to functional of yesterday, but with sport.
That's my goal. It's to get into where you can understand it. You're like, oh, we covered that yesterday. Okay, we covered this. Okay, now I can see, okay, we covered a squat. And I saw you picked it up quick. You're like, oh, okay. You're like, oh, movement. And you start associating, you start changing it, right? You start moving and you're like, okay, I see where I can start using more of my body. Because on your end, you're a very good athlete, but you cheated. You see what I mean? You cheated because you know you have good athletic ability. But the best fighters have good athletic ability and they have good mechanics. You need both. And I'm teaching you.
My mechanics is set on 32 years of the same
practice. The same practice. And that's
to reprogram.
Yes. And we're getting at the foundation though. Make sure you practice your posture on a regular basis. Make sure you focus on stretching your hamstrings. But I think that's as far as we're going to go. I taught you a lot today. I don't know how much you're going to ingest. The good thing is that you put it on video so you can see what to work on, what you need to practice. When's the last day you're here? When's the ultimo dia?
Facciamo venerdì, c'ho il volo, I have the fly at 3:20 from
Tomorrow?
No, Friday.
Friday, okay.
Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday morning.
Okay, perfect. We'll keep working on things like this. We'll do some bits tomorrow, and I'll show it to where you can even start implementing it into your Mexican boxing style too. You'll see it. You'll start using. You'll be in here. You'll be like, oh. You'll understand like how it'll be. You're in the clinch, and you're going here, right? Sorry.
No, nel senso se più efficienza, efficace.
If I'm here, right? I'll be here. I come inside. You see where I'm at? I can start using that whole thing. So when I can fight on the inside, I can fight 30 too.
Where do you?
Huh?
But where did you improve the boxing?
Where did I improve it?
Okay, you did boxing.
I learned it on my own for the most part, by myself. I just watch it. I watch it and I sparred. And I had a few coaches.
The improvement of your movement started after you start your functional theory.
It changed significantly when I learned this. This is when it all changed.
You feel the difference?
Oh, like after doing this, it's the biggest of it all. After learning this, I was like, oh shit. I know exactly how to get inside. Where if I'm here, you fight dirty. Roberto runs, right? You come in here, you go here. Right? You come in there, right? So that's where I learn. I just watch it, and then I'm very, very good at copying. I can look at a person and say, okay, you know, I'll look at what it is. Mayweather, if we're here. And he'll do the similar thing as he moves.
You started to connect the best fighters and try to find the same
behavior. Every great fighter, Roberto Duran had this. Floyd Mayweather had this. Huh? If he'd be here, but his hips, right? That's where he would be. But even this was always in good place. Frazier, Tyson, Ali, he'd be here, but
vabbè, Ali particular style, that's unusual. Ali was
same thing though. Same thing. They all have the same connection. So for me, I look at it, why do they do what they do? How do they do what they do? Where does it start? And I always found out, I came to find out that it's this. So you have this connected. And then do you know how to use your legs and use the rest of your body? And if you connect all that, you're going to have devastating power. Like I'll be here and you'll see, I'll go here, I'll go 20%. right? And you feel there's a lot of power that comes off of that. There's no energy output. I go here, and there's nothing there. You'll see, watch. There's nothing on that. Yet you still feel this force, and you're like, shit. Or you can knock somebody out with 20, 30% of your power. Where it's just they're here, and that's it. And the thing is, you have to realize, power is speed times mass. Speed times mass equals power. How fast this moves equates to how much force you're going to generate. So if I go here, you see how there's like a point where it goes here, and then it goes within a split second. It's build up, it's back. And see right there, you gotta set it. Do this. Put your stomach in. Okay. And very little. Go with the right hand. Okay, now do this for me. Watch where I'm at. Don't move the elbow. Do this. So rotate. There you go. Okay, now follow the movement there and then send the right hand over. You feel the difference? Go. You feel the difference? That's the snap of your hip. That's turning your hip over. Now you can do it too much. The key point is knowing when to stop. Finish with your thoracic. I'm here. You see it's hips, thoracic, wow, and it comes back. But don't see too much hip turn. See too much this. It needs to be here to here. It stops here. There you go. Stop. Go. Stop there. Pull the stomach in. Okay. Now just turn your torso. Don't move your hips. Just turn your torso. See? Now come back. Go. Come back. And it's just learning to sequence this. Alright? Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is learning how to stimulate the proper kinetic energy to where when it goes. And you'll see here. And notice there's very little output that I have to put. I put very little energy behind my punch. And I'll scare the fuck. This is one of my problems when I used to spar. When I didn't know this, I would be sparring at 50-60%, and I would get into fights, like full-on fights, because people would get mad. Because you agree, we fight at 60%. 60% of our power. Right? And so for me, I'm fighting at 50-60%, and I go, boom, and the guy goes, motherfucker, and then they say, okay, now we're going to fight. So I would get in fights all the time. I didn't realize that for me, it wasn't even about, because I figured, you know what, I'm not hitting them hard because I wasn't putting all my effort. But then when I realized, it's not about how much effort you have. It's not how much muscle you put into it. It's more how much do you connect. How much do you use the floor. Conexión. And when I learned that, that's when I was like, holy shit, it's not about how much effort you put. It's more about how much
balance and
coordination.
Strength that you can take by the air.
Exactly.
Posture.
And it has very little to do with how much energy you're putting. So at the point of impact, it's still there. Even if I'm here, those are all heavy punches. You'll see if I go here, you'll see they feel heavy as I go through it, right? In the same regard, you got to think about your own movement, or we balance those things. And so for the next few days, I think we'll work on that to make it to where you can start using to knock guys out in the first couple of minutes. It won't be a problem. So,
Grazie.
for sure, man.
This evening we will watch again.
Yeah, for sure. We'll keep covering more of it, man, because I know this is what's going to